The Senate passed a $35.7 billion spending plan today, passing it on to Governor Quinn.
The so-called middle-of-the-road budget was drafted after lawmakers lacked the votes to extend the income tax. ABC News Channel 20's Garrett Berger joining us live from the Capitol with more on next year's budget plan. Garrett.
The debate over the budget lasted a good 2.5 hours here in the Senate chamber, with the volleys going back and forth across partisan lines. The $35.7 billion budget keeps spending largely flat from last year, but lawmakers have warned that could lead to layoffs and facility closures. Republicans argued about how money in the budget was distributed, saying there was still some pork. They also latched on to education funding, which, while the same rate as last year, is still less than 100%. The Democrats' appropriation chairman, Dan Katowski, said the funds just aren't available.
The fact is, we don't have these funds before us today. So when we have an opportunity to vote for funds at some time in the future, I want to join together with you in doing that, because that's the best way we can ensure our children have a world-class education.
Republicans also said Democrats were seeking to create a crisis with the budget to force an extra session after elections to pass the income tax. To fulfill the spending plan, the state will have to do things like borrow from other state funds and let the already multi-billion-dollar backlog of bills pile up higher. And though the budget is the big piece of legislation during the session, we are not quite done yet. There are some bills that will need to be passed tomorrow, technically. So the Senate plans to adjourn at about 11:30 and then come back in just after midnight to finish up the year. Live at the Capitol, Garrett Berger, ABC News Channel 20.
All right, Garrett, thanks very much. Now, a spokeswoman for Governor Quinn has called the budget incomplete. We reached out for comment about its final passage today, but did not hear back before airtime.